And we are live. I think we're live. All right. All right. So happy to be here. Again, doing colonization. We only have a few things left to do before the bridge is finished. And that'll be a good thing. Let's get the formalities out of the way. Subscribe, check the like button, leave a comment below, and of course smash the notification bell. Do that please so we can grow this channel to 500. That's the goal right now, 500 members, subscribers, not members. So do so at this time, even if you're watching this after the fact. Anyway, just a little warning out there. If you don't know about this, you should actually check this out. Of course, consult a doctor if you have any of these symptoms. But you guys should check out long COVID. It's called long COVID. I think I actually have it. I had a cough 2 weeks ago. Just out of the blue, started coughing for like 10 days in a row. You guys heard me. I was coughing. I had a little fever, only for like a day. And after which the cough left, or I guess didn't have it anymore, I have a rash like you can't believe. Holy moly, all over the place. It's massive rash everywhere. And so I'm taking some meds. So I happen to look up things. I'm like looking up, and all of a sudden I come across skin rash for long COVID, fatigue, brain fog, arthritic problems. Kind of like everything that I'm going through right now. I had COVID. I know I had COVID when it first came out, November 2019. Being in Shanghai, you get to meet up with people from all over China, right? So guess what? Yeah, there was some guys that came from Wuhan, and they were like feeling sneezy, feverish, and I'm like, why are you guys sneezing in my face? Long and behold, I got COVID. But I didn't know I had COVID. I thought I had the flu because it was just downright nasty. You know, I didn't know what COVID-19 was until I did my research a little bit. Went on the dark web, found out everything that was going on, found out the name of COVID before they even said COVID-19. And here we are. Yeah, so this is called long COVID. So I think I have it. I really do think I have it. But there's no like treatment for it, and it's not like contagious. It's just that the symptoms keep continuing on even after the fact, even after you got them. So if you do have something like that, consult a doctor immediately. They are working on some kind of treatment. I did read that. But lo and behold, recently, after this, remember I had this massive cough for weeks. After that, just started getting a rash. I mean, it's everywhere. It's like the worst rash I've ever had. Anyway. So, I'm doing colonization, and we're like 3 stations away from actually finishing the bridge. And I do have to say that I want to thank Jack, or Phaser Ruddock. I want to thank Jack because he did a lot of work on this bridge, and so did Tortoise, and so did my other teammates. And I want to say, I want to thank you guys a lot. Anyway, So that's the situation. I'm still building. Still got about 3. I think about 3 left. 3 stations left. I don't think it's more than 3. 2 T2s on either side. And then 1 after that. 1 still left in the middle. Okay. What is that? Anyway. Somebody DM'd me. I don't know who it was. Oh, Red. Anyway. What's up, Phaser Ronak? How you doing, Jack? I'm hauling a little bit. I want to finish up these last T3s and then that's it. You don't have to help. I'm okay with that. Right now I'm just hauling some steel. I should be done at the rate that I do it at. By the weekend I should be done with all 3. I'm kind of like you, Jack. You did some magnificent work, man. You almost took out the whole T3 by yourself. Seriously speaking, that was amazing. Hats off to you, buddy. I want to see if that T3 that's behind the water world gets light, because otherwise there's no sense in giving it a new skin. If it gets no light, it's kind of like gonna be just gonna be in the darkness. But I'm gonna build in that system. I'm gonna build some tourist hubs, and I'm gonna make that T3 a tourist hub. So that'll be really nice. And you know, the inside of the T3 is gonna be all like nice and fancy and stuff. Fancy schmancy. Can't wait. A lot more people show up when I'm hauling for some reason. I don't know why. You know what I mean? A lot more people. Yeah, so I have somebody want to talk to me for a second. I'm gonna turn off the volume in chat so this way you guys can't hear what's going on, what they want to talk about. And this way I can chat with this person for a second. All right, so we have Red asking us a question in the Discord about streaming, and I'm actually the wrong person to come to for that. You got to be a really super tech guy to actually know what the hell to do in this stuff. But what you got to do is figure out what platform. Restocking my FCs now. What you got to do is you got to figure out where you're going to stream. Okay? YouTube, Twitch, Kick, or all three. So my suggestion is if you're gonna start streaming, choose all three, because to add on other streaming services like Twitch and Kick, it's just gonna be, it's kind of like starting over. Then you gotta figure out what platform you can actually stream on. There is something called Stream. What is it? Stream. The hell is it called? Some Stream Elements. From Stream Elements. If you're gonna do YouTube, yeah, Streamlabs. You can do Streamlabs, but Streamlabs, I picked up on the sound issue. It had like a little bit of a sound issue, or some kind of clicking or whatever. When I streamed with OBS, it went away. So I didn't know if the Streamlabs had a problem with my equipment, which they shouldn't have. I mean, the stuff is pretty expensive and new and up to date. But Streamlabs has a ton of things you can use. Of course, they charge you a monthly subscription, so you can do like layovers, and you can do the chat, and you can do you can do a bunch of stuff with Streamlabs, and they have it all ready for you. All you have to do is cut and paste. But I just wanted a basic streaming thing. I didn't need all that layover, because I'm not really right now a dedicated streaming guy. So I can't say I'm like Asmongold or whatever. I'm not doing it for that purpose. I actually just doing it because I love the game and I wanted to promote it. That was my intention, and it was a noble intention, right? Okay, it's the current ship. So if you're setting up for Streamlabs, that's great. Not Streamlabs, OBS. If you're setting up for OBS can be temperamental. The settings for OBS, there are plenty of people out there who are doing videos on YouTube videos who have, I use them actually to get all the settings. But just know this, you got to upload to YouTube, and this is the common problem I have. That's why you guys see the circle and you see me kind of like disconnecting a lot. But if you upload to YouTube even tells you to do a 2 megabyte to 2.5 megabyte upload. I go for 4, which is what these YouTube streamers say to do. But the problem with OBS, it starts for some reason it starts throttling. So it'll go from 2.4 megabytes, no, 4 megabytes to 6 to 8 to 10 to 20, right? It doesn't YouTube will disconnect you. So once you once you go past that 10 megabyte threshold, they disconnect you. So that's why these guys are seeing the little circle. You know, it goes round and round and round and round. Because so that's my only suggestion is, and I'm probably going to get into the actual program and reduce the upload speed. But the higher the upload, the better the image is going to be. So if you want to do a 4K and all that, which YouTube can do a 4K, Um, Not exactly sure how to do that, but that's a lot of um, upload speed, right? You have to be pretty fast for that. Right now, I'm streaming at 1280 720, which is default. And good morning, Hawk. Good morning. Yeah, so OBS needs to kind of be throttled down, just so you know, because it will start for some reason. It just starts doing 10 megabytes, 50 megabytes, 20 megabytes, and YouTube has like a police. They do have some kind of policing thing. So if they see that you're uploading too much or too fast, they cut you off. When I was first streaming, I used to have the upload speed at set at 10 megabytes. And then all of a sudden, the first few minutes I was on, that I would get kicked off. And for some reason, there's these guys that show up. And there's like always two of them. I call them the police, the streaming police. They actually come and check your stream at first. So there's always somebody around checking your stream. So if you do have this issue, I mean, if you're a brand new streamer, they're gonna probably end up doing that. They're gonna police you. But if you're Asmongold, they're not gonna do shit to you. In any case, the YouTube is the one that's gonna give you the problem. So you want to check that. Okay. I have two computers, so I'm running one that is actually the gaming computer, and the other one's the OBS computer. You don't need to, actually. It's kind of a waste, because you just need one computer, one good one, and I so happen to rebuild the second one, and it's pretty damn good. I don't know why I need the two computers, but in any case, that's all I can actually say about streaming. And then stream something you like to stream, right? I really can't stream stuff I don't like. Like I tried, and you guys know that I tried Cyberpunk, and the only thing about Cyberpunk is I just didn't want to be watching a story, watching a movie. There's really no gameplay in Cyberpunk. It was different than when I went apeshit on it and started killing everybody in the streets. That was different. That was much different. But if you follow the storyline in Cyberpunk, it doesn't work well. So I like Elite. There's plenty to do. If on a good day I stream for 5 hours, right? So whatever you want to play. I play less. You'll see me play less combat, but I'm very good at it. The reason being is my blood pressure starts to freaking go up. I think it's with that long COVID thing I talked about earlier. If you have something that sounds similar, go to a doctor. Go see a doctor. Seriously. I'm actually gonna see a doctor after I finish taking these allergy medications. Anyway, but yeah. So you'll see me play like combat, but you won't see me play too much. That's just because I don't have the heart for it. My blood pressure goes up, and I have been drinking coffee or Coke or something, or black iced tea, and all of a sudden my blood pressure goes up. I can feel it in my neck. I'm like, ugh. And even though I love it, ground fighting doesn't really get me crazy as much as space combat does. I guess maybe because space combat is 4-dimensional, 3-dimensional, so I hate hate them coming from all directions, right? But get to something you like to do, but make it consistent. Like how many On my channel, I have streamed. Okay. On my channel, I have streamed 150 times, maybe more than that, because I actually deleted some because they were garbage. So maybe 150 times. This is like, oh no, this is 170. This is the 170th video. Yeah, that's right. This is the 170th video, and that I streamed, live stream, and I have other other videos. 53. So I have 223 videos for Elite Dangerous. Well, maybe 220, because I do have some Cyberpunk and some songs, because I love to make songs. So stick to things you like to stream. I mean, I can't say do Elite Dangerous. Not a lot of people watch Elite Dangerous. The hardcore guys do. The guys who haul, the guys who mine, the guys who fight. Sometimes the fighters. Sometimes I don't know if Macon comes along, but I know Burpit came and his wife, because as soon as I went to their channel when they're doing a live stream, I said, "Hey, what's up?" and they recognized me right away. So I know Burpit came and watched, but he never said hello. I guess. But some people do come, and I know the FDevs come. Oh, I like her hair. Very nice. Seriously, I like her hair. It would look better on a guy, though. Anyway, I do know the FDev come and watch these streams. I mean, basically everybody stream, I think. And then, because for a while I was saying that Elite doesn't get any love. I was saying there's nobody that plays this game. So all of a sudden, the last one they did, the last stream they did, they were saying, "Oh, I played this and we do this." Yeah, that was great. So that was fun. So I know they watch it, but not too many other people watch it. So you're not gonna have great you're not gonna have a great view count unless you actually market it and put some money into it. You can. They tell you, would you like to promote this stream? Would you like to promote this video? I mean, you can get views, I guess, if you promote it. But I don't do that. So, like I said, I'm just here to make sure that Elite stays alive. Because I was playing this game when the numbers went right below 1,000 on the server. How do I know that? Because there was nobody around, and everything was like too good, right? So I said, what's the actual count on the server? And I went and I saw 900 and something on the server for this game in Steam. Okay, so that was very sad for me. Then they came out with it was right before they came out with the Thargoid War, right? But to talk about what's going on now, I mean, look at the community goal. Recently, I just uploaded the community goal again. 16,951 contributors. We are tier 5. I mean, that's a pretty goddamn good number, man. And then the actual... And then part of the streaming thing is I get to give my opinion, which I think it's a great opinion because I've been playing this game for 8 years. But I've never seen a kill warden scanner with 2 attributes to it. It has fast scan and long range. And it's a C rate, so that means that the actual power draw is not going to be that high. So that kill warden scanner is unique. I like it. And then the Kestrel white paint job. I mean, you didn't buy the Kestrel, that's okay. You might wait till it comes out for credits. I only bought it on one account to actually try it out. It's hardcore, man. The Kestrel is hardcore. You really need to be a good pilot to fly that ship. It makes me nervous, so I only flew it a little bit. You know, call me a pussy, but I'm just, I'm weak sauce when it comes to flying ships because the Kestrel is badass. It's very maneuverable. You can do a lot of crazy shit with it, and I was actually hoping we can reinstall the canyon runs. But after that, I engineered the Kestrel. Sorry to say, the Viper Mach 3 is still the fastest ship in the game. Right? So there, I just gave my opinion about a couple of things, and that's why I like chatting, even though you guys don't respond much, or you don't come into chat, into Discord, except Commander Red is there. So we don't actually chat much. I basically... The reason I'm not actually chatting with Commander Red is because I'm trying to kind of like stay focused. Can't do too many things at once. When Kix and the other guys come on, it's I start making mistakes and start slamming into things. So... In any case, that's the whole thing. You do OBS, you have a dedicated computer, a good mic. That's about it. It all works out. It all works out. Am I actually going through? Yeah. Audio capture. There we go. I actually might get on Kick. Asmongold is promoting it. The other Penguin guy is promoting it. So I might get on Kick. Twitch, not so much. I don't like Twitch throwing your stuff away after 1 month. Or 30 days, Twitch throws away your videos. So you really can't archive like on YouTube. You archive everything you do, right? Which is cool, and you could be there for years. You could be there for years. On Twitch, it's only 30 days. So after 30 days, your video's deleted. Incoming message. You know, so it never looks like you are a veteran, except by maybe by your follower numbers. But you can get, you know, if I look like a snow bunny and I was cute and had blonde hair, I could probably get 5,000-6,000 followers in one afternoon, right? So actually, the best knowledge of, I mean, knowing to actually ascertain how many years or months or whatever this person's been streaming is you look at the archives and see how many videos they got. And I'm over 200 right now. I'm shooting for number 200 live stream. I like live streaming because I get to talk and like voice my opinion and sometimes rants. You know, I got nothing bad to say about I got nothing bad to say about developers. I actually I'm a software developer myself, and I develop video games, but it is tough shit, man. It really is tough. But I think they actually need more people to work on this game. And for the CEOs listening, she should actually hire twice as many people to work on this video game, because if they just did 2 DLCs a year. Look how many No Man's Sky popped out. Like they're popping out DLCs like a rabbit pops out bunnies, you know. Jesus. How many DLCs did they do? So if actually just 1 or 2 a year, they would make a fucking fortune. They would really make a fortune. How many storylines can you do with this entire galaxy? You got a whole freaking galaxy, and we still got the mystery of the Guardians. We still got the mystery of the Thargoid Zomboid situation. What the hell happened there? Right? We got the mystery of Raxla. And yet, even after 8 years of looking for it, I can't find it. even though I kind of have an idea where it is. 75%, 80% sure. But yeah, what about the Mystery of Raxla? What's going on with that? There's so many things they can do, and if they just popped out a couple DLCs a year, they make a fortune. And that's the whole point of being a freaking software company. It's not about being woke and being right and being, politically correct. It's about making money. You want to make money with the things you have here, and this is a great tool. This is an asexual game. There's guys. I have 2 characters that are female. I don't give a shit, right? If we had other species, I'd probably play Guardian, Stargoid. I'd probably play a Thargoid, fly around in a freaking interceptor. So it's having a game like this is ideal. You can be asexual, you can be non-biased, you can be everything, right? Give the people what they want, let them play the game, and all of a sudden, freaking companies making tons of cash. I think at one point it had 200,000 or more than that. I didn't even know how many subs they had. I don't know what the high point was, or how many people bought this game. Anyway, you see me doing
If you want to know more about what are you in the market for?
The escape pod method is because flying up and down from the planet is actually very hard. The escape pod method, if done right, it will take you 5 minutes to get from the surface to your ship. That's about the same amount of time that it takes for you to get from your ship to an orbital station and load up, okay? But what I am skipping is flying down. Okay, so I'm eliminating one way and only taking 5 minutes to actually load up the ship. So the ship is gonna, it's a little bit costly. You notice that it does cost me like 100,000 and 50,000 to transport these back to the surface, but you make it up in the sales of materials, right? Because you are going to sell it to the colony ship, and the colony ship is going to give you, I think, a 20% bump. You make about 2 million for like steel. You make about 1.2 million for titanium, about 1.5, and for cement composites, you make almost 2 million a trip. So spending 100,000 or 50,000 to actually transport the ship down to the surface is not going to be a big deal. Who cares? It's not going to be a big deal at all. Okay. Oh, dude, I just saw the movie War Machine. It's a it's a generic, I guess, generic military movie. I kind of liked it. I did like it. I might watch it again. Maybe a little bit more emotion. It's that guy who plays Jack Preacher or Reacher? Or is it Reacher? No, Jack Reacher on in the series. It's like this big buff guy, and he's acting as a military dude. 07 Mr. Jeezy, how are you? So I did see it. It's pretty nice. And right now I'm watching the series from Hulu called The Great. Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Is it Shaggy from Scooby-Doo? No, dude, I never saw that one. Some things I just don't want to watch. No, it's the guy from Reacher. From Reacher on a TV series. He's like a big guy. Yeah, he got buffed. He got buffed? Really? Okay. Yeah, which I like him in Reacher. I really do. I really like him in Reacher. He's really cool. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, so he plays War Machine. He plays the lead in War Machine. Good. Maybe if he went a little bit more emotional, maybe it would have been better. You know, like for instance, Battle for Los Angeles. If you guys ever see that movie, that was like a good military movie, right? Battle for Los Angeles. That was a really good military movie. I really liked that one. And like at the end, not for spoiler alert, but at the end they're like all coming back from the battleground, from kicking ass and taking names, and they're loading up ammo and shit. It says there's a whole bunch of food here to eat. You guys not gonna eat breakfast? It says no, I'm not hungry. I already ate. And every one of those Marines, they do the same shit. Everybody's loading up weapons, ready to go back to combat. That was testosterone level like event. That was really nice. I like those kind of shits. You know, like they go back into battle. They're bleeding to death. They're hungry. They haven't slept in two days. Yeah, they're just stacking up the fucking ammo and they're going right back in combat. You're not hungry? No, I had breakfast already. That was so cool. That's exactly what I would say. Fuck no, I'm not hungry. I'm going back out there. Oh yeah. Yeah, like I like movies like that. Like for instance, if you saw the 13th Warrior, I mean every time they make it they put it on YouTube for free, I watch it. You know, it's a little bit too much testosterone. You know, some people might say, "Oh, it's corny." It's not really corny, man. And these guys were warriors. They're going against the really bad odds. They're going against a whole like cannibalistic tribe, and it's cool. It was a really cool movie. Like when many come against the very few, and the underdog takes it. It's an underdog story, right? Just like Conan the Barbarian. Two are fighting against many. And then the climactic end when Conan decides to pray to Crom. And he says to Crom, "Crom, if you won't listen to me, then to hell with you." It's just classic. You know, because that's something you would say. It's like normal. It's not like, you know, if you're not going to listen to me, fuck you. You don't exist, Crom. You know? And that's why I think these guys who made up Grom, I think that's where they got the name. They just took the C and put a G. I think that's where they got the name for Crom. For Grom, that is, right? But I really like that movie too. I like testosterone movies. Right? But it was just missing. It was missing a little bit of heart. It was missing a little bit of heart. It would have been nice to see a little bit more shit. You know? But anyway, it was a good war movie. I enjoyed it. I like the concept. You know, aliens come down. We kick ass. It's just the way it's gonna go. I pity the aliens that come and try to invade this fucking planet. And let them come down to Alabama and Mississippi. They're gonna get their ass kicked. There's more guns. I think my friend who lives in like rural New York, I think he's got like 30 guns, like 7 freaking machine, 7, what do they call assault rifles? They say assault rifles now. They used to call them machine guns, right? He's got assault rifles. He's got all sorts of freaking weapons, man. He says, "How many weapons you got? How many weapons you got, Dragster?" I got nothing. I got no weapons, dude. But I'm moving to Texas, so I think Texas is gonna have an influence on me. I'm gonna have to start buying some weapons. You know, especially if we have Don Lemon visiting churches.
Take all the time you need.
He's not gonna want to come to my church, that's for sure. Yeah, so anyway, that's what I like about streaming, man. You get to talk a bunch of stuff, and people listen to you, or they even say what they have to say in chat. You know, I did like him in Reacher, except the writing started to get stale, like towards the middle of the season. You know, I would have made like 3-part climactic events and shit. I would have made him into kind of like a Rambo type person. Or created something like that. More action. More revenge. Alright, so how much steel do I need? 19,436. Yeah. Let's get to all the steel. So what I do is I load up 3. This is going to... 1 T2 will be 3 fleet carriers. 1 T2 will be 3 fleet carriers. I'm loading up the 3 fleet carriers, so I can unload at one of the locations. So as 2 T2s are available. I got all the actual fleet carriers in place and ready to load up. And then I transport over there and I just unload. And it takes me like in maybe 5 to 6 hours I can unload three fleet carriers. With the help of my Panther Clipper. Now you see me doing a lot of engineering and a lot of merit mining, and I was doing that so I can get care packages. Like I said that a few times. Of course, and when you're streaming, you tend to repeat yourself, right? And the reason I did that is because I freaking hate farming. If you saw a video like me farming, I'm sure you guys were having a laugh. I really hate farming, and especially, oh my god, just Jameson's crash site just takes forever to get the encoded. Oh my god. In any case, I'm doing farming so I can upgrade these Panther Clippers, because it so happens that I got blown out of the sky 3 times by pirates because I was too slow. Right? So I was able to engineer them to about 422 with on a boost, which is perfect because pirates won't do more than 330 or so on a boost. So if you're being chased and you're faster than 330, like 380, 400, you're going to get away from the pirate. So you'll be safe. Even though he interdicted you and you have no shields like I do, you're still going to get away. All right. And that's due to the fact that you have thrusters. You need those thrusters. You need payload. And I found that engineering fucking sucks because I haven't done engineering in 8 years. I only did it on one account. I didn't do it on any other account, but I'm actually doing colonization on all my accounts. Like I do three accounts at a time, right? Which will do a T2. So when these guys down the Dukes of Myken get up to Colonia, when these guys get up there, I'm going to transport 3 fleet carriers up there. Okay, and then when they cross over and they get to Beagle's Point, there'll be another 3 out over there. Alright, so I'll be 3 in the bubble, 3 in Colonia, and 3 in that's my plan. That's why I have 9 accounts and I have 9 fleet carriers. So that's the plan. Only problem is there are some flaws, right? Because like in between Colonia and the bubble is 22,000 light years. So, if you notice, my actual clipper just arrived on the surface. That's exactly 5 minutes. That's exactly 5 minutes, okay? Alright. So what was I saying? Yeah, so one of the biggest problems is engineering, I think, in the game, because now that now that the bubble's spreading out, now all the colonization is creating all these things going out, the gameplay's still going to be in the bubble because you need to engineer stuff, and then the material traders, and then everything else. So as you go out, you don't have these material traders that you were looking for. You're gonna have to go back 400 or 500 light years back into the bubble, or 10,000 light years if you're really out there, right? Joey has this guy James. He wants to build a hub 10,000 light years out, 13,000 light years out. Well, that's halfway to Colonia. So if you want to do some engineering, that's gonna fucking suck because you can't. And creating these little bubbles and stuff will create gameplay. Like I created gameplay in my bubble that I have here, my little hub. Right? I can actually mine for merits like crazy. Okay? Yeah, I agree with you, Hawk, but once you start adding cargo to it, you're not going to get the range that you're expecting. So you can't do long-haul cargos with a Caspian.
Welcome to Interastra.
Okay, and then if you want to get the engineering done, you're going to have to put those modules somehow on the Caspian, and that's going to affect your range also. Right? And then you want to do engineering with the Caspian or with another ship. So it's they really got to rethink the engineering thing, and I was thinking, why not just use those NPCs that are standing around all over the place and make them, apprentices. You just go up to them and say, hey, I'd like to engineer this, and then they actually help you engineer your ship.
Fly safe.
Have apprentices all over the place. And then you can have apprentices like you're buying a module or something on your your T3. Okay, so you have a T3 that's normal, a T3 that has material trader, apprentices, and this other thing, and another so you just adding more material or adding more cost to the T3 to add those functions, I don't know. They got to add it now because that's what people are having a problem with. They're having a problem with going way out and then they don't have this capability, and then they say, oh, maybe I should come back and stop doing colonization. So they have to, you have to implement these things in advance, ready to go, with the knowledge and the foreknowledge that you're going to need them 13,000 light years out. Okay, so it's not just, oh, eventually 2 years from now we'll add those things. No, you got to have it done from the beginning. So it's not just we can plan on it, we can think about it. They got to have those things now. I think that's why the Dukes of Mycon stopped, because they're so far out they can't build hubs anymore. I think they stopped or slowed down. I think that from the last report I got about them, and that's yeah, they have a long list of stuff to add. But this one would help the game out. Like if, for instance, you're going to be building a hub and you have you can have gameplay, because think about what a hub brings, right? You can have war, so you have conflict zones. You have pirates, right? So now, oh shit, I wanna engineer a Kestrel. I want to do a different oh shit, I gotta fly 13,000 light years to do the engineering on it. Yeah, you got the blueprints. You got the blueprints pinned, but let's say you want to do something different. You don't have the blueprints for. You don't have the blueprints for the Imperial Hammer, right? The ones I played with last night. You don't have oversized, overcharged. You might have them plasma slug. Okay. So, what are you gonna do then? You gotta go back to either Colonia, or you gotta go back to the bowl. So that's the thing. That's the thing. No, I don't think there'll be an Elite Dangerous 2.0. I think you're seeing Elite Dangerous 2.0. They're just adding to the current build that they have, like No Man's Sky. There won't be a No Man's Sky 2.0. They just keep beautifying it. Like right now they did the sound, right? A few years ago they did the graphics, right? And you saw those hues and the beautiful, like when the sunsets and all that. That wasn't in the game. That's new. So I think eventually they'll put stuff in and change. I don't think there'll be an Elite Dangerous 2.0. I think that's it. I think they'll add more shit to it. They'll add like Earth-like worlds and water worlds, and you'll be able to land on those. And they'll eventually add fauna and all that. Oh, Virgin, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I have that fantasy too. Actually, if I won the $1 billion that they keep on waving at you to buy a ticket for, I think the first thing I would do is come down to Frontier and put an offer for Elite Dangerous. I would buy Elite Dangerous for sure. If I had, I'd keep a little bit for myself. I don't need much. So if they wanted $500 million, I give them $500 million. That's how much this game is. And then I would hire a team of crack coders, man. I'm talking hacker level shit, and just redo this game and make it. That would be Elite Dangerous 2.0. No, I don't know Elon Musk. I don't know if Elon Musk would be interested in buying this game. I think if he played it a little bit, he might. There's some ideas in this game he can actually use for his asteroid mining, like limpets. It's a perfect idea, dude. It's a perfect idea for asteroid mining. Think about this. Look at the shape of the limpet. I'm not joking. Actually, it's a very good buy for him. There's some ideas in this game that he could actually use for his planetary colonization. Olympus make a great asteroid miner. You have like, you don't need much. You have some like bullet or gun type of on one side, and then you have the thing that you can grab the rocks or whatever from the other side. So you actually make a good miner. You can rename the game SpaceX Elite X. He can rename it Elite X. Yeah, that day, if he ever did that, that first day, there would be like 10, 20 million people actually subscribing to this game. It would crash the servers. It would crash the servers, dude. It would crash the server. If he ever actually bought it, and he says, I bought Elite Dangerous, it would crash the fucking servers. It would crash them. I mean, you see this engine? That's his concept right here. That's his concept. This round, like, is exactly what his shit looks like. Yeah, I wish that's the dream I have, man. I wish he would buy it. And it wouldn't be much either. It wouldn't be much to buy it. The most they made on this game is about $100 million. You can't ask for $100 million to buy this game. Maybe 20, maybe 30 million. It'd be nothing for him. I think that's what he's throwing. He's throwing at each rocket is about that much. Yeah, it's peanuts. But it'd be a good project. I wonder if he plays the game. That'd be a good question to ask him. Hey, you play Elite Dangerous?
What are you in? No rush.
I would see him playing every single day, 4 or 5 hours a day. I know it. I don't think the guy sleeps either. He sleeps on a cot in a hangar at SpaceX. He doesn't actually sleep.
Fly safe.
Fly safe. Yeah, I would love for him to buy it. Imagine that. SpaceX. Elite X. And then all his like ideas he can incorporate into the game. He's got an idea. Let's try this out. Let's try how this would look, you know? You know? That'd be cool. But look at the edges, you see? You see the engine type here? It's exactly like off his what he calls his rockets? I don't know what he calls his rockets. Seriously, but if I did win Lotto, that would be the first thing I would do. I'd go down to Cambridge and buy this game from these guys. And they probably say it's not for sale. I guarantee that's what they say. It's not for sale. Proprietary information. I'd have to buy Braden along with the game. I'd have to take him along. I say, okay, look, I'll buy you a mansion in Laguna Beach, California. How about that? Why don't you just join me on my board of directors? Let's make Elite great again. Make Elite great again. Mega. Yeah, that's it. Mega. Make Elite great again. I don't think so, Hawk. I really don't. Yeah, they would sell it if you gave them a good price, but like if you, if you sit there with your lawyers and your lawyers say, well, they only got maximum $100 million for it. You're not gonna get that now for it, so you got to offer like 20 million. And I'm like, no, I want to offer half a billion. Are you insane? I just don't want them to say no. Yeah, I don't think so either. You might be right on that. You might be right. You don't think he cares about his baby? No, he's still on the board of directors, Hawk. He's still president. He's not CEO, he's president. Check it out. I may be wrong, but I think he's still on the board of directors. I don't know why the hell he got the roller coasters. It must have been a special date. He must have gone on a date with a really hot chick. You know, if there's any women out there, excuse my language. No, he's not the chairman. The chick is the chairman. Yeah, I think he's the president. So president and the chairman are two different things. You know, you're president, you're running the company, but you're not the chairman. Yeah, could be. He likes roller coasters. He must have had a really fun date on a roller coaster when he was younger. It was probably his first time. You know, like remember remember when Tom Cruise, Risky Business, he went for a ride on a train. Braden went for a ride on a roller coaster. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Old Virgin, but he's kind of right. Their direction is not necessarily space games. It's like dinosaurs and zoos and roller coasters. It's not necessarily space games. You know, where the patriarchy likes to hang out. You know, how many males are playing this game? How many females? So I do have a feeling that they are a little woke, but that's just an opinion, not necessarily a fact. But their direction went like when they had Zoo Boy as the CEO. They were doing, you know, Jurassic World and fucking Animal Planet Zoo and shit. I don't know what the hell that is. So yeah, he could add alien life. Just add another fucking leg to a brontosaurus. Make it six-legged, you know? Shorten the neck. Give it some, like, cobra fangs or cobra wings and shit. Look how much No Man's Sky is doing. Procedurally generated shit. You know, Unreal Engine has procedurally generated stuff. The new one, Unreal Engine version 5.7. So I'm starting to work with that. So all you really need to do is plug in what you want, and it just creates the scenery by itself. The actual computer creates it. So you don't really need to do a lot of coding to build fauna on a planet, right? Or flora, or trees, or grass. It'll create it by itself. That's what actually. That's what just disconnected. Fucking crap. OBS just disconnected. Sorry about that, guys. So it actually helped with the procedural generation. It actually helped with the lag and the graphics. And they took that from No Man's Sky, because No Man's Sky has that issue where you look further out, you see flat. You don't really see crisp, clear pixels. As you get closer, it starts to sharpen up. The pixels start to sharpen up, and then you start seeing a tree, and you start seeing branches, and you start seeing other shit, right? So I don't know why these guys can't do that, but they're using, my understanding is they're using the same game engine for Planet Zoo and Jurassic Park that they use for Elite Dangerous, but yet we don't have any animals or planets that we can take our helmets off on. That'll be nice. I like to walk in the grass with my shoes off. And I actually think that they don't know what to do beyond that point. Like, what do we create for construction and shit? What do we do for outposts? And Starfield actually came out with a great option. The cowboy-looking thing. I keep saying it in multiple different streams that the future colonization, if we ever get to that, where we're actually traveling to worlds, we're not actually going to bring freaking refineries with us. We're going to build the refineries there. We're going to bring tools so we can create those refineries. But we're going to use local materials to build structures and buildings that we're going to live in, right? That we're going to sleep in. Like on Tatooine. If you look at the city on Tatooine that they go to, they got the round shape and white and all that because they use the local materials. So dude, there's so much you can do.
I'll be over here if you need whatever.
Yeah, so your future starbase kind of / city or colony is gonna be a freaking mud hut. What did I do? I didn't recall a ship. It didn't recall a ship. That's one thing you gotta watch out. You gotta watch out to make sure that it's recalling. You gotta see those little arrows, because it didn't recall the ship. Great. Anyway, so what you need to do is you'd have the assets for the local kind of mud huts of Tatooine. Right? So you can use brown, you can use white, you can use yellow, you can whatever the color of the local dirt is, you can use for the buildings. Right? So your buildings would be red on one planet. Or maybe the freaking ground is green. So your buildings would be green on another planet. Right? That's what they can do. And they would create the assets. Procedural generation will take care of everything else. And then you start building a town. Build a town. With a starport. The starport has to be high tech, because it's a starport, right? So you have a shipyard and a starport or whatever. And then once you have the refineries and all that, then you can have buildings, and you can have this would not exist in actual space. This would not exist. Think about it. You actually think this would be built on a planet like this? It would never exist. Okay? It would never exist. Alright? This thing would never exist in space. Okay? Most of them would be flat. There wouldn't be any 20,000 story high buildings. Everything would be flat. Everything would be localized in one area. And then you'd have surrounding the starport or shipyard. You wouldn't have anything like that big. That kind of construction. Even the T2s that they have is too large. Even the T2s are too large. You'd never have that kind of construction in a colony. But what the fuck do I know? I try to apply logic, right?
If you're looking for courier work,
So as you're building, this should actually, they would actually, you start to see, okay, add this construction, so you can add a building, you can add a high rise, add this construction, so it would bring you back to the look. Like this place is done for me. What else am I going to do on this planet? Nothing. But if I had all these pieces that I can add to it, like add this construction, add that construction, add this construction. So now I'm turning my T1 that I built on the surface with mud huts into a T3. Right? And all of a sudden, now I got ownership. And why aren't we owners, dude? Why aren't we governors? Why aren't we governors of the fucking goddamn shit?
Always such a hassle.
Why don't we own the damn
Welcome
thing?
to Interastra. Take your time. Whatever you need. Take your time.
I mean, I'm spending millions to file a claim and all that stuff, and I can't own it. I'm building a fucking construction for somebody else. Literally, this construction is owned by the Dukes of Mycon, right?
Interastra will be happy to help you.
Not me. I just get a cut. A little bit of architect. I'm an architect. I'm not an owner or the governor. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, by the way, guys, you see these guys with the yellow shoes? They're everywhere. Now, why am I pointing this out? Because this guy, one time he was over here, and I bumped him, and he tried to shoot me, but he had no gun in his hand. So he actually picked up his hand and tried to shoot me. So they're everywhere. This guy who's walking around, I saw him somewhere around here. He's walking around. But we call them Men in Maroon. Mims. Men in Maroon. How are we doing? Do we get our ship yet? Shit. Okay, I got it. I should get... It's in my mailbox. There, it's ready. Is it ready? Not yet. Let's see what we got. Hawk says, the gas prices increase in the U.S. as well. Diesel got 20 cents increase here. God damn it. Yeah, they did, Hawk. That's because the Israelis decided to blow up a whole bunch of fucking oil in Tehran, which sucks. So when that happens, now the speculators are saying they're gonna start blowing the Iranians are gonna start fucking blowing up shit from Saudis. Yeah, they have so much space to use. Why would they need to make tall buildings? That is what colonization is for me. Pointless grind for something which you don't own or control and get any amount of credits. Maybe that's what they're gonna do with the BGS. Maybe they'll make a BGS 2.0, and we're actually gonna go. We're actually gonna get ownership, through a faction, or maybe our squadron becomes a faction, because I've been saying it forever. We should have ownership. Every time I stream, I say we should have ownership. We should have ownership. We should have ownership. And people agree with me. And that's what they say online also. And it's not a bad idea. You give people ownership of something that they claimed, and why don't they have smaller settlements? Why do they have to have such a massive fucking shit? T3, T2, that requires a lot. There's no ground T1 with a shipyard. So the standard build would be shipyard, commodities market, and some settlement habitats that people like live and sleep in, right? Surrounding a shipyard and a commodities market. That's a basic a basic T1. I don't know why we don't have that. Why the fuck do we don't have something smaller than that? We have a shipyard and a commodities market. We can build that with a large landing pad. Okay. Hawk says FDev would have to make player manufacturing a thing which could create a control use to manage and profit from colonies. So yeah, I think that might be it, man, because it's like people are turned off from the fact that they don't own shit, you know. And I'm not the only one that says. If you go to forums, people are crying about it all the time. So it's not the only time. If I actually go there, I'll be my thread will be closed because I don't know how many threads are on the same thing. Why don't we have ownership? I thought Vanguard was going to be that. I'm keeping my expectations flatlined. Okay. I thought Vanguard was... We could make player... I thought Vanguard was going to be the thing where we could make, like, team missions. Team missions. Like, I could post team missions for the whole squadron, like... whatever, titanium and credits and whatever. Just like the missions that we have right now that we're doing for the community goal. Yeah, I'm not complaining. I am glad that they are putting their heart and soul into the community goals, man, because at least that's like content. And like I haven't stacked missions in forever, and I just did that in the last video. I stacked missions, which was great. Right after that, like in the evening time when I had a little bit more time, I did a stacked mission, and I just got another 280 million. Something like that, 280 million from stacked missions. I did 20 stacked missions. So... yeah, so that's what I thought that Vanguard was going to do, and that's what they said that was going to happen. They were going to we'll be able to make our own CGs. And that would be cool because then we can have other squadrons participate in our CG, right? You know, we could put up a whatever amount of money and people can come and participate in it. And we can do it in our system. We can do it for the benefit of the squadron, but I don't know. It's I don't know. Like I said, and I think you're right too. There's like no love for the game. There's no heart and soul left for this game. They like their animals. Zoo Boy changed their mentality in the actual company. Zoo Boy. I don't know why Braden had to hire a zoologist. You can't even pay premium price for people to run your colonization project. It's something you could incentivize others to help you build your stuff, but also no. Yeah. Yeah, allowing squadrons to ally, like you have access to, yeah, that would be a great thing too. Kind of association. So they would have access to your shit, we'd have access to their shit. Not necessarily banks, right? No, you can maybe just deposits. Like for instance, the other squadron wants to help out our squadron and load up on materials so we can do colonization or whatever. So they come and help us out and dump it on a squadron carrier. There's a lot of things you can do, man, but it just doesn't seem like that they're thinking too much about it, right? And it requires coders, and they don't have coders on this game. If they have 2 coders, it's a lot. I'm dead serious. If they have 2 coders, it's a lot. Maybe they'll have 4. I'm being optimistic. Maybe they have 4 coders, but the rest are on Jurassic World, on Animal Planet. on everything else except this game.
Lighting gear deployed.
Everything else except this game. Yep. Which is sad. You know, what can I say? What can I say? It needs love, man. This game needs love. It's like it's one of the best games I've ever played. You know? Wait a minute, did I buy this? The hell is this shit? One second, guys. I got like a bunch of text here. You know, one thing I hate is texting. People ask me, hey, why don't you answer your text? Because I'm not sitting there looking at my fucking phone all day. Call me. Call me on the landline. The fucking phone never rings. Call me on my cell phone. The phone never rings. But I hear all day, I hear tweet, boop, boop, boop. Shut the fuck up. I get like a million texts. Why are you texting me? Why are you texting me? Give me a break. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened here. Did I, One second, guys. Okay, I didn't order it. I gotta make an order. Okay. Okay. Alright. Crisis averted. Yeah, isn't that the craziest thing? No one calls you anymore. They just text you. Tick, 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 tick. All day long. I'm getting like 50,000 texts. I'm like, you guys have nothing better to do? 07. 07, come in. Gamer Joe is on. Yay. What's up, Joey? As an introvert, I'm the opposite. I like why they're calling me when you could have texted. Okay. I like to get a phone call. I really do like to get phone calls. I'm old-fashioned. I like to hear the phone ring, you know? I used to like those rotary phones. It took time for you to make a phone call. You had to remember the actual phone number, right? You had the little black book or Rolodex. I'm really old-fashioned. I like the Rolodex, you know, or the black book. You know, if you were Casanova, if you're one of these guys with the body count, high body count, you have a little black book, man. You had a little black book. You didn't have a fucking iPhone. You didn't have Instagram. They say, Instagram me. Shut the fuck up. Instagram you. Get her fucking number. Take her out. Wine or diner. Take her home. Instagram you. Why do you gotta Instagram you? Yeah, I know, Hawk. No, no one knows each other. They don't even know each other's Instagram. Oh, Jesus. Instagram me. Hey, I went modern. I went, you know, it was still analog, but I had the wireless So it had like a very long aluminum antenna, you know, and also those like green punchy kind of keyboards that you needed like you need to lift weights to actually dial the
Advice?
number.
Wonderful. Take all the time you need.
It was so hard to dial a phone call. Hey, I'm an innovator, man. You know, when cell phones were coming out, when the first time the Motorola came out with the banana phone, I was the first one to have it. Whatever new phone came out, I was the first one to have it. And then we got the smartphones, and I said, fuck that. I'm not buying any more phones. So I now have the oldest smartphone of any of my friends. And they say, why don't you get yourself a new? No, because I went down to the Hackerville, you know, like a place out in Shanghai that every computer jockey's at. And they upgraded my iPhone 10. So I still have the iPhone 10. Every time if it cracks, it costs me nothing to fix. You know, eventually they say, man, you gotta get a new phone. So I got the iPhone 11. I spent some money there, buddy. I'm kind of liking the copper-looking iPhone 17. I really did. Is it 17 or 16? I don't even know. Fucking the copper-looking one. I like that one. Yeah, Nokia kicked ass, man. Yeah. Yeah, Nokia phones a lot. That's why they went out of business, because nobody wanted to buy any more phones. '17 Pro. Yeah, I was gonna get the Pro Max, but it's got the funny. These guys came on, and they did some tests on it. On the back side, it's got that funny, sharp, curved edge that they galvanized, and that's the first thing that goes silvery. So the galvanization falls off on that sharp corner. They didn't make it round edged. So that bothers me. Stuff like that bothers the fuck out of me. You know? So that means you have to have protection for it so it doesn't go junky. Samsung's great, man. My daughter wants a Samsung. She wants that flip phone, right? So she can play video games and then she can talk to people at the same time. I'm not cheap. I'm not cheap at all, dude. Believe me, I'm not cheap. I'm the last person to be cheap. Last person.
Ship released. You are clear for departure.
Definitely not cheap. I just don't like to buy new things when the old things are still working and they're good. Like, I don't use camera to take pictures. I don't do any of that shit. But everything else works inside it. The apps are working fine. The phone itself is working fine. Texting is working fine. Everything else works fine. So why should I change phones? And then all I have to do is upgrade the actual chip inside, and I got myself more data space, and I did that just recently. Instead of spending $1,000 on a brand new phone, fuck that. No, more than 1,000. What was that? iPhone 17 Pro is like $2,000. I am gonna buy new phones when I get back, by the way. Yeah, I know, Jerry Rig, that's the guy. I am gonna buy 3 new phones when I get back, but because I'm not gonna be able to use the Chinese phones over there. You can't do FaceTime over there with the Chinese phones, or do what was that, airdrops? You can't do airdrops with a Chinese phone. They banned the tech, so you literally can't do airdrops. If I brought a phone from China, I wouldn't be able to use it effectively in the States. I wouldn't have a few services, one of which is the airdrop, right? But 1100 off with trade-in. What's 1100 off? That's your deal? Your people? Your company there?
Incoming message.
That's a pretty good deal, man. How many years service? How many years do I have to get, like, service plan? What's the service plan? Like 2-year service plan, a 3-year service plan? Like I have to, like a family plan. Oh shit. See, I'm not paying attention. Well, it's not a bad deal. Pro Max? Yeah, I'll probably keep it. Only thing is, if I want to upgrade, I'm gonna have to fly to China. They'll hack everything. They'll upgrade my shit. $3,000 phone, Jesus. That's like a used car, man. Or just the down payment on the car. It's craziness. You see why I only buy, like for myself, that's why I bought the 10. I spent like, on the 10, I spent like $200. I didn't even spend anything on it. $150, something like that. My wife saw, I was still using a 6 at the time, up to like 3 years ago. I was like still using a 6. And she's like, why don't you get yourself a new phone? Come on, you can afford it. You can get yourself. No, I don't want to. It still works. It's still good. Then the fucking phone died, and I said, oh, okay, I guess I have to get a new phone. What are you going to get? iPhone 10. iPhone 10 is like $150. Uh-oh. All right. So what do we got? How much more we got to go? I think it was 12,000, right? A few more runs. Yeah, man. I just got this massive rash. Freaking crazy. So, like I said to you guys, I'm looking it up, and all of a sudden, long COVID came up. I'm like, long COVID? Then it tells you, if you started coughing, got a little bit of fever, and I said to myself, I got COVID again. Then all of a sudden, I get a freaking rash. This is like number 5. What is this, number 5? The version number 5. You get a rash. Holy shit. So I'm taking medication now. Remember a few weeks ago I was coughing like crazy, and I was coming on and saying, oh, I'm like so sick. Had some fevers. Didn't have too much, like, I didn't have snots or anything like that, but I still was coughing. Then right afterwards, I just break out in a freaking rash. It's craziness. Craziness.
If you need any advice, just no matter what business. I'm here if you have any
Okay.
questions.
I have a question. Why can't I get an apartment in my own construction? Nah, dude, my kid brings home all sorts of fucking diseases, and I still think I got long COVID. Still think I got long COVID. Come on.
Far safe.
Okay. Brain fog. You know, at least I have an excuse for my brain fog. What's your excuse, Joey? I think the Panther Clipper should be a little bit longer. Look how much space you got in the front here. Check this out. Seriously, look at this shit. Couldn't they just make it maybe like, let's say this is a yard, right? 3 feet here, 3 feet, right? A yard, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 yards. A little bit, just a little bit longer. And then give us like 1,500 cargo. That would have been great. That would have been fantastic. Okay. So I'm doing the escape bomb method. I said it before because it's the fastest way to do it. It takes about 5 minutes. It's faster than actually going back and forth to the actual station to load. You know, but if you have no choice, if you don't have a shipyard on the surface, you can't actually do the escape pod method. So you need a shipyard. For some reason, the T2s are not coming out with shipyards when you're building them. All my friends here, Joey also, Kicks, they built T2s and they didn't have shipyards. And in the last Trailblazer patch that they did, they said that the T2s and T3s would have shipyards, right? So the surface T2, surface T3s should have shipyards, but they don't. But that can be resolved by adding a couple of science stations or science settlements. So if you have like a system like this, where you have a 5 or a 6er on the surface, you do 2 refiners and 2 science settlements, right? And just build a T2, and then you'll have a shipyard, supposedly. Supposedly. You have to open a ticket assuming you already have the correct supporting buildings around it. Yeah. No, actually Trailblazer last patch, March of 2025, last year, March 2025, last Trailblazer patch. They said T2s, T3s will have the shipyards. So they shouldn't need a supporting building. They have to have a tech level, so you have to have a tech level of 25 or above. But if you already built a T3 in orbit or Dodec or whatever, you should already be there. And then Kix was there, but he didn't have his shipyard. But you need a shipyard for the actual escape pod method. If you don't have one on the surface, you're fucked. Don't even bother. And this is the fastest way of doing it. Takes approximately 5 minutes. In 1 hour, you do it 12 times. So let's say 11 times, 10 times, let's say. So you're already halfway full on a fleet carrier. That's the only reason I'm doing this, to load up a fleet carrier, right? And my Panther Clipper already arrived on surface. Awesome.
Docking request accepted. You are welcome to approach, Commander. Request accepted.
Landing gear deployed.
If you notice that I only do one type of carrier, I don't like the other ones too much. They're not really that cool. I like this carrier. The long nose, sleek, slim. It's very nice. I like it. I like it.
Docking successful. Engines shutting down. Welcome to this carrier, Commander.
Alright, so not that much left. If I do all the steel, I'll be very happy. Do all the steel, I'll be very, very happy. Yeah, so go out and do that community goal, man. If you haven't done it yet, then you're missing out. You should do all the community goals. You're getting free shit. Just do it. Get it. Who cares? You know? I wish they give us a couple of... If they actually did 2 grade 6 or class 6 pre-engineered cargo racks right now, that number would be like 60,000 contributors right now. Yeah, I'd like to get 2 more 6s. That'd be nice. One second. Having a microphone issue. Audio. Input capture. Nice. Okay. Let's get our ship. Have a little bit left to do.
If you need any advice, wonderful. I'm here if you have any questions.
Cool.
Fly safe.
All right. I really do like this red, man. Question: how do the escape pod know to take you down to the surface station and not an orbital station? Okay, that's because the first trip you make, Okay, the first trip you make off your fleet carrier would be to the surface station. So when I come here, I'll fly down with my Panther Clipper, collect commodities, then fly back up to my fleet carrier, and then do the escape pod method. Alright, and it'll take you right back down to the surface. So you have to do it like for instance, Joey, when we have those ships out in Colonia, right? We're going to recall them to our squadron, our fleet carrier. We're not going to recall them to a station, because if we do that, we're going to respawn at a station once we kill ourselves. So recall them to the fleet carrier, get in them, fly out, kill ourselves, and then it'll respawn. We'll respawn back in whatever, in Colonia. So it's linked to the last place that you were at, whatever station you were at. Okay. So if you're out in the bubble and you want to get back to Colonia, or you want to get back, all you have to do is kill yourself, and then you get back to the bubble from wherever you are. Who the fuck is text me now? Come on, man. Give me the break. It's 9 o'clock at night. People just love to text. It's 9 o'clock at night, man. Come on. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, I gotta get my microphone stand's not that good anymore. It sucks, actually. What'd I do? I pressed the wrong button. See, when I'm concentrating on different things, I got a bunch of people texting me and fucking calling me. What the hell's wrong with him? What is this? Are they stupid or something? Ugh, Jesus. Alright. Sorry, guys. I'm, it's a Monday, and Monday I get all the crazy ass texts in the world. Alright. Let's get to our fleet carrier. I'm watching this new, well, actually it's not new. The Great. It's about Catherine the Great, but it's kind of a parody on it. On this historical figure, and it's quite interesting. I won't give you guys spoilers, but
Incoming message.
there goes my Panther Clipper. Very nice. So Lord Dragster, Anjito, and Hatsumi, they're going to be delivering to one station. And Dragster, Bad Drac, and Lord Dracos going to be delivering to another station. It takes about 3 fleet carriers for 1 T2. About 3 times that for a T3.
Welcome, Commander. Adherence to the speed limit is appreciated.
I really was bummed out by the Kestrel. I really felt bad the next day after that stream. I know you guys are not like me. I'm sure you're normal. But I felt bummed out because I really wanted a ship, a small type ship that would beat the Mach 3. You can't beat the Mach 3 right now. 930 on a boost. That's unbeatable right now. But it'd been nice because Kestrel has that kind of like drifting thing you can do. You know, like Tokyo Drift kind of shit. You know, you can do like spin around and do all sorts of crazy things with it. But it's not a Cobra Mach 3. It doesn't go 930 on a boost. Which sucks. It should. It should kick the Mach 3's ass. But it doesn't. Yes, I still got my Mach 3 palladium plating, right? It has spoilers on and all that. Still have it. I might do a showcase of all the ships of the game. Kind of show off my ships, and after that, dismantle them all. Only keep a certain few, and keep all the engineering I did for them. I do like the Python Mach 2, man. Yesterday I loaded up with, actually I had it with frag cannons, pacifiers, right? Oversized, overpowered. And I put the oversized, overpowered on Imperial hammers. And that kicked some ass, man. Oh my god, that was fantastic. That was fantastic. I didn't put plasma slugs, which is great because then you never run out of ammo. I put the actual oversized, overcharged, which is great.
If you need any
But I
advice,
was
just
overheating
go
like
wide,
crazy because I had
no
4
rush.
of them, so I was going over like 150 on a shot. 150 heat. I was like, Jesus, it's getting hot. And I didn't have the I didn't have beam lasers with thermal vents on them. I had pack helm missiles. Again, oversized, overcharged. Beautiful, beautiful pack helm missiles.
Fly safe.
Anyway, that was fun. So if you watch the video, you'll see that I only did 3, right? And then I only had to kill 9 pirates, and I got like 50 million or something. I don't know how much I got. So I only killed 3. I only took on 3 missions and killed 9. And each. Which is cool.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Dukes of Myken have colonies, I think 13,000 light years away, man. These guys are no longer a minor faction. I think that's minor. That's a major faction. I think it's a major faction if they have that many colonies. Plus the ones I built around here, right? Plus the ones they built and everybody else that's attaching to them. So what do you do with that? Because it's considered a minor faction. How is that a minor faction if you have more than 1,000 star systems? 2,000 star systems. You have more than Patreus. Is that still a minor faction? That's a good question, right? So if you have more than 2,000 star systems, are you still considered a minor faction? Or are you a major faction? Again, I did it? Ah, man. See, that's the problem with the BGS thing, right? Because now this is a minor faction, right? But these guys have done so much colonization and people building off of their colonization, right? Like I have and others, Joey and James. So like, is it still a minor faction if they have more star systems than Iceland Duval? And I think it's not, because you have more control, right? Than Iceland Duval, Grom, and Patreus put together. What the hell is it? Jesus. See, I think that needs to be tweaked, right? So you have governors who govern, and we should just eliminate minor faction shit. Then you have powers and then superpowers, right? You call them viceroys or governors. Viceroys for the imperial and governors for the federation. But don't call them minor factions. Call them governors or something.
Incoming message.
Welcome, Commander. Docking permission will be granted following a successful eligibility check. Docking request.
Yeah, power play and for me, power play, BGS and the regular powers are the same shit. Cause really, what do they give you? What do they give you? The power play major factions. What do they give you? Like they give you what? Care packages. But like you can fix the minor factions to do the same thing, or you do get bonuses or something like that. If you see once you start raising your rep with someone, you get bonuses. Like I got bonuses on those kills yesterday, like a 10% bonus on my bounties, because I had allied with one of the factions, that minor factions that were giving out the missions. So I don't know, maybe they're minor faction because they don't give bonuses or care packages or I don't know. I don't know how they can why did some are minor faction and some are not minor faction. And when does a minor faction become a major faction? That's a good question. So I'm not getting into the BGS thing or all that. I did notice I had an increase in my architect payment, right? I did have an increase in my architect payment because I guess I went boom. I went from regular economy to boom economy or something, and I guess I got more money. I went from like 3 million to it was like 12 million. That was pretty cool. I guess they do need love.
I'll be over here
BGS
if you
does
need
need
any
love.
help,
Maybe
okay? That's it,
BGS
no rush.
2.0 would be a good idea. Then they can implement the squadrons can have some ownership to the systems that they control. Alright, so I got that one moving. I like her hair. Very nice. Come on. Alright. I think I need one or two more and I'll be done with the steel. That'll be a good thing. To be done with the steel. I can move on to other things.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Yeah, so after I bought the Kestrel, I was expecting it to be a flyer, man. I was expecting it to do 1,000, 1,100 on a boost, and I'm like, I didn't get that wish. I didn't get that one. I mean, don't mind me. I mean, it's like the Viper. I mean, the Viper Mark III is not a bad ship, and it's running off the fleet carrier, so it's not going to be one you're going to take in deep space. It's just a racing ship. So then I came to conclusion that actually every time they actually give us a new ship, it creates content. Because think if the Kestrel actually did do that, was fast, and you can maneuver through canyons like crazy, and we can do canyon racing again. But then I said, well, why can't we do canyon racing now? We still got the Viper Mark III, and it still can be engineered to like 932 boost, right? You still can do it. No one's stopping you from doing canyon racing. But it's just not the Kestrel. Yeah, that was my major problem. I couldn't target ships, especially small ships. I couldn't target any small ships. It might be a good ship to kill Thargoids with. I don't know if Megan actually tried it. I think he did. Yeah. All right. Not bad.
Welcome, Commander. Docking permission will be granted following a successful eligibility check. Docking request accepted.
So you'll see me do the same thing over and over again. Actually, when I dock the fleet carrier next to the colonization ship, that's something to be practiced on over and over again. So if you're watching my videos and you see me docking, actually navigating, let's say, the fleet carrier towards the colonization ship, I always put them face to face, very close together. So it takes a very short time to unload all the materials.
Incoming message.
And the clipper is there on the surface already. So that's a 5 minutes exactly.
Docking successful. Ship is secure. Your ship has docked, Commander.
Okay, so we are at 17864. I gotta figure out what I need. 17864, and I got to put steel 19436. Okay, what happened? 1572. All right, that's good. So I'm still doing pen and paper, guys. Think about it. I missed the rotary phone. Of course I'm going to do pen and paper. I design pretty good games and I design pretty good stuff. I code good stuff. My guys code good stuff. But when it comes to my own shit, it's like going into a museum. What the hell is that? I think that's a rotary phone.
No gravity. Magnetic contact.
For other people, I'll do like top of the line shit. For myself, that's pretty cool. Nobody actually thought of a rotary dial cell phone. I can't tell you, stupid invention. Forget I even mentioned it. A rotary dial cell phone. YouTuber H8 me says the Raven software don't update planets ECT. even with EDDN running, is there a page ECT of plants? I don't know, man. Actually, don't use Raven.
I'll be over here if you need any help. No matter, take your time.
I like pen and paper. Still use my brain. I don't need a computer program to use my brain. What? Okay, what am I doing? Exit. Goodbye.
Take care out there, Commander.
Falling asleep. One thing colonization does for me is it puts me to sleep. Actually, I get very relaxed and I go to sleep. Yeah, basically, I don't know. I can't help you with different little programs that they have for this stuff. Mekit has one guy who has a spreadsheet, and that was a little bit too complicated for me. See, in the video game, I like to like chill out
Cargo hold
and not
at
be
maximum capacity.
working on programs. So pen and paper is cool, but otherwise, I don't know why the program. That's one of my problems too. It doesn't update. It's like real time updating, you know. So it's like you have to guess for the update. That's one of my problems.
Ship restraints withdrawn. You may depart when ready. You are now beyond the port perimeter. Take care out there, Commander.
Take care out there, Commander. I'm twirling around because I'm falling asleep.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage.
Yeah, man. Did you see that? Did you see that?
3, 2, 1. Engage.
There it is, right there. Actually, I'm doing steel now. See steel? There's the marker. There's the marker right there. I still like pen and paper. I love pen and paper. Use your brain. But I don't. I tried Raven, and it didn't update everything. And I don't know how to do, you know, the cross between if I'm doing somebody else's station and all that. I don't know how to do that. So I'd rather just take a snapshot, you know, see what's going on in the station, and then deliver commodities. Don't like it. I like pen and paper. Okay. YouTube hates me. Sounds familiar. You sound familiar, dude. Do you have your own channel? Sounds very familiar. Sounds like one of these guys are doing tech and software updates and stuff. Yeah.
Welcome, Commander. Adherence to the speed limit is appreciated. Docking permission has been refused.
Alright.
Move to within 7.5 kilometers of the carrier. Docking request accepted. You are welcome to approach, Commander. Request accepted.
Landing gear deployed.
No channel. Okay. I get you. Sounds like it. Sounds like a YouTube channel. YouTube hates me. YouTube hates me channel.
Docking successful. Clamp engaged. Your ship has docked, Commander.
Alright, let's discard shit. 1254. And 1911. That's about 318, I think. 308. Yeah, it sounds about right. So now that I only have a few left, I'm gonna get other stuff. So I'll just get steel and maybe I'll get computer components and the other stuff. Load up on that. Or I would just stop here and send it out so I can unload tomorrow. Or later on today. Sometimes I go to sleep at like 11 and wake up at 1. I got nothing to do. Okay, so okay, 300, I think it's 318.
If you want to know more, okay. I'm here if you have any questions.
I didn't recall a ship. What a piece of donkey doo-doo. I thought I did. Alright, so while we're waiting, let's go see what we got for, let's see what this guy has.
Whatever you're in them, got the best stock in the system.
No, you
All our
don't.
skins are guaranteed brand new. Take a look.
They're brand new, but I wanted some stuff done on them. Nothing. Okay.
Maybe next time.
Maybe not. Let's
Something I can
see.
get you, Commander. So how may I be of
Well,
service?
I
Feel
want
free
a
to
Shirley
browse my
Temple.
wares.
Oh yeah, that's right. My thing expired. I hate that option now,
You should
where
get
your
a good
shit
price for that.
expires. I really do. I don't like it. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Your care package expires. Oh, one of this guy's full. All my care packages expired. Probably.
Interesting choice.
And weapon components. Okay, didn't remove too much.
You got it. I'm always at your disposal, Commander.
I don't care. Let's see how long. I thought I recall a ship. I didn't recall a ship.
If you need any advice, just what are you in the market? Take your time.
Come on. I want my ships. That's the only thing that's wrong with this method is that sometimes it snags. You gotta wait a little bit before you recall, and sometimes it snags. What I mean by that is that you recall it, right? Then you pop out of the windows, and when you bring yourself back down here, it's not here. It doesn't always do what you want it to do. Yeah. Let me go AFK and get something to drink. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. That's nice. Okay. So my panther clipper is ready.
Interester will be happy to help you.
Wonderful. Let's go. And the other one's here too. So I think I said 318. This is sometimes you think, okay, the colonization's work. It's just grind, because you just, and you don't see a progression in the settlement like an evolution. Like you'd have a tier 1 settlement, tier 2 settlement, tier 3, so they can actually grow. Like it's generic. This is it. This is all you get. And if you think colonization, if you think how we colonized the United States, you'd start with a small outpost, right? Trading outposts, trade furs and whatever, skins with the Indians. And then that outpost has some settlements next to it, maybe a bar, maybe a place you can eat, where the actual hunters who can come in and eat. And then you start getting a saloon, then you start getting a hotel, and then so the town builds like in layers. And it just started with a trading post. And the trading post becomes a general store. But you don't have that in space, in this game at least. Because you're hauling thousands and thousands of tons of cargo. But in reality, in the real world, you're going to have that, actually. You're going to... Look. Done, see? I crossed out the steel. I crossed out the steel, baby. Let's see. What else can we do? I think I had 20-something thousand. Right, so I can do a few of the small ones like copper, polymers, semiconductors, etc. Let's do that. So we'll do some copper. Copper, we need 764. Okay. And insulating membrane and polymers. Polymers will do polymers.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Wonderful. I miss Ricardo, man. I want him to come back and stream. That's one guy I miss on YouTube. Can you believe that? Because he's the nicest guy in the world. I think something bad happened. I don't know what happened, though. I hope he didn't get divorced.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Alrighty. Too slow. Nice.
deployed.
Okay, so we did the steel, we did the copper. We're working on insulating membrane. No, polymers.
Docking successful. Engines shutting down. Hello, Commander. How may we assist you?
Uh-oh. So we're 21. I guess I can go two more trips, I think. Okay. I think so. So we got the copper done. And we're working on polymer. So we just need 900 and something on polymer. Yeah.
No gravity. Magnetic contact active.
Very nice. You know, I like the 34-inch screen, man. The computer becomes a TV. So, like, when I'm streaming, so when I'm, like, watching these movies or whatever, I put a full screen and it's just like having a TV set. I have two of them. I can actually watch two movies at the same time.
If you need any advice, just let me. No matter what business you're in, take all the time you need.
Any advice, no matter what business you're in, and she can't answer your question. Like, hey, where can I go mining in this system? She can't answer your question. Why does she say what she says if she can't answer your question? Interesting. Okay. Come on. Okay, one more. So I won't recall Samurai 1
Choosing Intra-Astra.
next trip because I'll be done. I'll be full. Fleet carrier will be full. Alright. Awesome. Yeah. All right. So what do I get for commodities? Polymers, I got 172, and I need 1166. 994. 994. Polymers. Okay. And semiconductors. I think it was 221. Yeah, 221. Semiconductors. Power generators, last batch 65. Come on. Okay, 65. Falling asleep here, guys. Sorry about that. Alright, what else we need? How much cargo space we got left? 18. Ah, that's okay. Insulating ion. Let's see. Did I see insulating ion membranes? No. That's at the other station. Does it have it? That would be what? Tech? Oh, nothing. Computer components. Computer
Cargo
components.
hold at maximum capacity.
1825. Okay.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing coupler disengaged. You may depart when ready.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Incoming message.
Nice. Very nice. And why can I only build 6 settlements on this planet? That's it. 6. It's massive. 1.5 Gs. It's like having another Earth. Why can I only build 6 settlements? Let's ponder that question for a while. I mean, this should have like a dozen settlements, more than a dozen, 2 dozen settlements. cities.
Docking request accepted. A landing pad has been assigned to you, Commander.
Yeah, doesn't make sense to me. Maybe they're controlling the traffic to the servers so they can have room for the other garbage games that they have. Yeah.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, you only get whatever it says for colonization settlements. You should be able to buy more locations, like claim them. If your planet is full, you should be able to say, okay, I want to buy another location, 25 million. Right? Why not? Or for arcs, 5,000 arcs, whatever. Okay. So let's see, transfer. So I need 187 computer components. Okay. Last round. Last round. You know, I do like Japanese. That's why you'll see I have Anjiro Hatsumi Kamako. I have these Japanese names.
No gravity. Magnetic contact active.
And if you have not listened to baby metal in your lifetime, it'll be like not seeing a Van Gogh in a museum. So I challenge you to listen to baby metal. It will pop your brain cells. You will have slight brain damage from watching it. Because it's the cutest little anime girls singing utterly kick-ass heavy metal songs. A contemporary song of our age by Baby Metal, one that will be logged in the archives with the classics, is a song called Give Me Chocolate. And that's right. Alright, so I'm not going to recall the other ship. I'm going to leave it there because this is my last round. I'm full. The fleet carrier's full. So I'm just going to leave that one there. And this one's going to become my main. So I can go and fly it. And that ends the, escape pod method. You don't have to recall the other ship. You wait, then you fly up, and it's your last trip. And that's it. So let's get the computer components and the other stuff that I need. So this pirate faction, I guess these guys from the Dukes of Myken or whoever it was, they were playing BGS. They were bringing a pirate faction into my system here. Out of spite, I don't know why they would do that, right? So I'm just telling you a story. And then increased. I built 5 security outposts. 5. And you should see their actual status was retreat. They were in retreat. Can you believe that? Yeah, they were in retreat. Computer components 187. So you can't get rid of your pirates. And after I got rid of my pirates, I had no marauders, no pirates, nothing like that on the surface. So I was free to farm this mushroom satellite that I like to farm for manufacturing instructions. I did that for 2 of my crewmates, 2 of my mates. And let's see. We did the computer components, right? Yep. 205, 187, 18. Now let's get the non-lethals 25. We'll get the small stuff. Oh. Okay. Non-lethal. See, after I drop this stuff off, I'll take another picture and it'll show me just a few items. Few items. Food cartridges 242. Food cartridges 242. Where's the 242? Okay. Food 242. Okay, and superconductor 342. Mm-hmm. 342. What am I doing? Okay. So we did the superconductor. Water purifier 105. Water purifier 105. Water purifier 105. So we're just missing the big stuff now, right? Or you can't get this one. Let's get liquid oxygen. Finish it up. Okay.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Okay. That's about all that this fleet carrier will actually hold. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Subscribe. We're trying to get to 500. Smash the notification bell. Leave a comment and check the like button, please. Also, don't forget the community goal, because that color, that white, you're not going to get in the actual store. It's not in the store, or else I would have bought it already. I was trying out white. Didn't like it. Also, get yourself the Kill Warden scanner. It's worth it. It has 2 attributes, which you don't have that normally.
Proceed to your designated path, Commander. Request accepted.
Alright. So,
Landing gear deployed.
no, I don't have the local colonization ship marker on the map. I don't think I do. Let me check to see so I can send it over there. Right? I usually like to unload 3 fleet carriers at once. Like, I mean in a row, not at once. But like, I'll do one and then I'll finish it in an hour and a half, an hour. And I'll do another one. Then I'll do another one. So I like to do it really fast. So I have 2 more fleet carriers to actually fill up before I actually unload and consider that a base place. We have to go here. Where's my system? Here. Lower dragster. Okay, so I don't have the system map. I don't know why we can't get a system map. If somebody else has it in our squadron, we should be able to get it. I'm gonna set carrier there, and then I'll just park it next to the colonization ship, so this way I can unload faster. And inventory dump. That's it. Cool. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it here. I really want to thank you for joining me. I know sometimes it could be boring, but I know it puts me to sleep. I'm sure it puts you to sleep.